Do you want to be a second-rate John Coltrane or a first-rate yourself? I'm Ron Drotos from Keyboard Improv, and that's the question I've had to ask myself. This is a Crescent, which is a John Coltrane tune, and this is the Journey Through the Real Book number 76, 76th tune in the Real Book. And this is a question I've been asking myself for the last half hour, because Crescent is one of my favorite recordings of all time. It was recorded in, the first sessions were in April of 1964, which happens to be the month I was born in. They were a week, 7 days after I was born. But then they re-recorded a couple of the tunes in June, including this tune. So the famous version of Crescent was not from 7 days after my birthday, but a few months. But in any case, I feel close to it for many reasons. One is that it's one of the early recordings of the famous John Coltrane quartet with McCoy Tyner on piano. And it's really, I guess you could call it Coltrane's middle period. He wasn't playing the bebop stuff that he was playing when he was with Miles and even like Giant Steps, bebop influenced. He was working more on this, over this tapestry of sound that McCoy Tyner and Elvin Jones on drums and Jimmy Garrison on bass were providing for him. And he was playing with these motifs and taking them a little out with some sidestepping and different keys and just very expressive. And I followed the solo he took with, by listening to it and finding how, I don't know if you can hear that thunder. Maybe that's a good portent of things to come with this recording. But in any case, following his solo and how he's changing up the emotional mood and laying back and then getting more exciting or extroverted and then playful. Really followed this a lot over this great medium tempo groove, which I love playing over. But when I record these videos, I usually just do first takes. Maybe I'll go back to the beginning and do a whole second take, but that's pretty rare. Mostly just first takes. But on this one, it wasn't working. I was realizing that I played it 3 times already. 3 times. And it was just becoming a second-rate Coltrane. I was, or maybe a 10th-rate Coltrane. I was just trying to recreate what I love about that recording, but it just wasn't working on solo piano, at least not for me. So I'm deciding that I'm going to let go of being a second-rate John Coltrane and try to become first-rate me. And I'm going to let go of the groove pretty much on the recording, or at least that feeling. And I'm going to take a cue from the first chord, which is this G7 sus4 flat 9. Very evocative. I'm just going to get into that, and wherever that chord takes me with the tune, I'm going to go through the tune and let that influence it. So here we go. And I'm pretty happy about this decision. It might not be what my initial conception was, but sometimes we have to let that go and go for it. So hopefully this will encourage you to do this too with your own playing on whatever tunes you're playing. Coltrane was not a second-rate anybody else. He was a first-rate Coltrane, so we can be that too. wonderful experience, you know, it takes guts. That's why I explained this so much at the beginning of the video. It takes guts to let go of our conceptions sometimes of what we think will work, or we want to play it like Coltrane did, or McCoy Tyner, or whoever, and trust that if you follow what you like to do and what you can do and what you do well, something's going to come of it. Because I've never played the tune like that. It had like an atmospheric thing, and you know, these trills. I love playing like that, and there's no reason why you can't do that on a tune like this. This is what Coltrane did, right? When he played standards, he didn't play in the way everybody else did, or with his quartet, you know, getting that feeling going that they did. So hopefully this will encourage you to do the same, become a first-rate yourself. And good luck. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video.